It was the Cougars and the Huskies in the season's most anticipated game, the 2016 Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State, between Luke Falk and Jake Browning, and between Mike Leach and Chris Peterson. On Friday, both teams battled it out at a sold-out Martin Stadium to decide who would be named champions of the Pac-12 North in the Apple Cup. The Huskies wasted little time on their first drive of the game as Myles Gaskin scampered into the end zone for the game's first points, and from there, it was all Washington. Of course, it didn't help that the wet conditions made the ball just a bit too slick for the Cougars to catch. Trailing 14-0, kicker Eric Powell got the Cougars on the board with a 37-yard field goal that cleared the uprights. The Huskies responded to Powell's field goal as Browning finds wide receiver Dante Pettis for a 61-yard touchdown. The Cougars were able to dink and dunk their way across the field at times. However, their offense stalled 3 times at the goal line. In what could have resulted in 21 points, the Cougars got nothing. Meanwhile, the Huskies took advantage of their opportunities as Lavon Coleman runs this one in for a touchdown, his first of 2 on the day. Washington State was yards away from scoring a touchdown to end the first half, but Falk gets intercepted in the end zone as Washington takes a 35-10 lead into half. The second half was the same story as the Cougars couldn't find much rhythm against the Huskies' defense. The hole Washington State dug themselves into was too deep to climb out of.
Well, there's a lot of anticipation heading into this year's rendition of the Apple Cup, but so far it's been all Washington. Now, Washington State has squandered several opportunities at the goal line, 2 4th-and-goal situations that have been turned over on downs. So it looks like for another year, the state bragging rights will be held in Seattle.
The final score was 45-17 in favor of the Huskies, and an icy Gatorade bath caught Chris Peterson by surprise as Washington's third-year coach won his 3rd consecutive Apple Cup. After the post-game hugs and handshakes between the two teams, the celebration began for the Huskies. Reporting from Moran News 8, I'm Aaron Pomeroy.